Stonehenge. The term literally means hanging stone. For 3,000 years, these stone circles have spurred theories about their origin and purpose. But at the root of all that speculation is awe.
Certainly Stonehenge is one of the great wonders of the ancient world, and I think even in the modern world it stands out on its own as extraordinary.
It's a spectacular monument. It's a testament not to anything paranormal, but to the skill, to the ability, to the passion of ancient people to make something that's bigger than they are.
The construction of Stonehenge began around 1800 BC and spanned over 400 years. The builders hauled blue stone monoliths, some 30 feet long and weighing 50 tons, a distance of 20 miles, then arranged them into concentric circles. Scientists maintain primitive Britons built Stonehenge in order to monitor the seasons and the movement of the sun. Placed to the outer ring of the monument is a 35-ton heel-stone monolith. For centuries it has cast a long shadow into the heart of the Stonehenge during each summer solstice. But how did Stonehenge Britons know how to construct such a precise monument to the heavens? Archaeologists theorize the answer to this mysterious design lies in centuries of observation.
The sun doesn't rise arbitrarily on the horizon. It doesn't change from year to year. It's always the same. They figured out this very difficult cycle, this very sort of complex cycle. You have to do data analysis. You have to do science, observation, for a period of time to see that, hey, you know what? That cycle continues. And they follow that through, and they make a monument recognizing that fact.
There's still some debate as to the impetus for Stonehenge. Some believe that the builders didn't act alone.
We think extraterrestrials visited Earth in the remote past. That Stonehenge was built with the assistance of the extraterrestrials. The extraterrestrials themselves did not build Stonehenge, but the machinery that human beings had access to was extraterrestrial.
People who were living in England 5,000 years ago are as smart as we are. They have the same size brain, the same number of neural connections. They're as bright as we are. And think about probably some of the same things we think about. How could they have managed that? They managed it because they were very intelligent people who had time on their hands because their primitive way of producing food gave them extra time and the desire to produce something beyond just themselves.
Oriho Zoukalos chairs a group that studies the possible influence of alien intervention on human structures.
Anybody who is familiar with architecture or engineering understands that in order to build something, you need to have blueprints. You need to have something in writing that shows you this part goes here, this part goes there. The bottom line is that those Stone Age people did not have the written language. So there were no blueprints or sketches to follow. Or were there?
It doesn't take any tremendous leap of intelligence or ability. And so the fact that anybody would say, well, they needed a blueprint to build Stonehenge doesn't make any sense.
Zoukalos believes aliens formed an alliance with the primitive people living on the Salisbury Plain.
They were teachers. They were not conquerors. They were teachers. They came here. They saw that intelligent life was present on this planet, yet not technologically there yet. So what they did was they gave us a gentle push in the right direction.
But Stonehenge isn't the first megalithic monument. It's one in a series of these things, and there are all these stages of development that happens over a very long period of time. When extraterrestrials brought down the blueprints for Stonehenge, they sure took their time in actually perfecting it.
Archaeologists have found the remains of over 900 stone circles and other megalithic monuments in the British Isles and Ireland. With the use of radiocarbon-14 dating, many of them predate that of Stonehenge.
The notion that the structure of Stonehenge is too precise, too well calibrated, to be accounted for other than by way of some alien influence is balderdash. Those who so theorize cannot imagine, but there have in the course of history been so many individuals who have done things which are unimaginable.
One author suggests Stonehenge may be a window that opens onto biblical prophecy. Bonnie Gaunt theorizes that the stone's geometry fits descriptions in the Bible. She uses a mathematical method called gematria to support her assertions.
Gematria is actually a Greek word which describes the process of number substitution for the letters of not only the Greek but the Hebrew alphabet. And since the ancient Old Testament was originally written in Hebrew, then we can take every letter and every word in the Old Testament and assign a number value to it. And we can do the same thing with the New Testament because the New Testament was written in Greek.
Using gematria, Gaunt believes that she has deciphered a message encoded in Stonehenge's dimensions.
This is an illustration of Stonehenge.